I was gonna say. So, I might have fixed my connection issues. I don't know. I just recently reset my router. Well, literally reset my router. It's factory resetted. And I had to re-put everything back. A few things. I feel like my connection on my devices were a little faster. And oh yeah, and also I updated the firmware because apparently I was fucking 2 major patches behind. And what's funny is that my current router is supposed to auto update, which didn't fucking do that job, so that failed. And this particular router has been really infamous in not doing that job. So, and not to mention, when it is on auto, it apparently soft brick itself. So. That's a great fucking, product right there. So, well, I did that. I reset it, put the new firmware update, shut off everything I don't need. Obviously my, what do you call it, S-shirt connectors and other shit. And also, I'll turn off my auto update because that's been a problem apparently. And yeah, and updated the system. Yeah, like I said, I was 2 major patches behind. It was like, I think it was firmware 0.1, and I think it was like firmware 0.3. I was like, yeah, it needed an update. And I don't know if it's going to fix my lag issue of my inputs, because that was driving me nuts when, if anyone watched my tank roll, you saw my commands were like, I'm jamming it. Nothing's happening. I'm up the monster snoot here. You can't say I'm out of range. So I don't know what's going on. I just tested out my summoner, and I had 1 hiccup in my 2-minute rotation. But other than that, I didn't have a problem. And that hiccup didn't last so long. It was like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. I was like jamming a button because I was in A-frame mode. And I was like, okay, use the special. Okay, then it clicked in. I was like, okay, at least it didn't last 10 seconds or so, because that would piss me off. 10 seconds, that's a waste of a lot of E-frame stands. But, yeah, and then after that, everything's all hunky-dory on the router. It's all set up, and security and all that shit put on there. I went back on here, and I was at 3100 Q, and it was like 1120-ish, I think. I logged in when at the time. Granted, the peak time's going slowly. But I did not get a 2002 error. I was getting all those every 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so, I'll get that 2002 error, and I had to log back in the fucking data server, and hopefully I get logged into the servers. And no, didn't. Logged in the first attempt, no error. At that 3100 mark, an hour later, I got in the server. Not an error. So if anyone's having issues with the login servers, I know this video is probably going to be 2 weeks later, because I'll be releasing everything 2 weeks later. But point being is, update your routers, get their firmware, and if you have issues with your router because of a certain issue with the firmwares, factory reset it, and just restart everything, put everything back where you want it before, or whatever. Maybe improve things, maybe here and there. But also update the firmware first. Foremost, get the firmware updated before you do anything else, at least personally. But other than that, so far it's been good. I haven't gone to a straight up battle in a congested area. which I'll be going in soon. Because I want to see what the hell is going on. So Noah is traveling with me. I just got these highs and they're being sold already. Wow. Yeah, whatever. It's early money access. That's all I can say. I'm just glad I'm leveling up my summoner and scholar at the same time. Okay, let's go meet Daniel, or Hermes in this case. Wonder, want, cherish, welcome. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return and ingresses. Oh, that was straightforward. And also, I did some ether currents here and there at times whenever I could access. Fortunately, we still have a big, humongous map to go through. So, yeah, that's gonna be a thing. People are still... And there's all my hides. Money, money, money! Some creations may stay outside, others stay at kisses, like the townlesses. Oh, okay. Anticipate eventful in your absence. The little ones here on the best behavior. No more errant creations to distract us from matters of actual import, I trust. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the amidst are safe and well. But presently send them back to their space. If you go on ahead, the main building. Upon entering, you may see a table and chairs, a meeting area. You may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creatures slip away again. I can't believe we're back in time and we can interact with everyone because of Element Silk and Hadithurus, Haldeosam. I'm just gonna call him Hydros. Our old friend. New old friend. Which still puts the point. We were kind of hinted earlier that he was going to show up. Because when he says, like, oh, hi, old new friend. It's like, While Emma Silk has been commenting thus far, he is the one who has business with Hermes. If you wish to attend, you will have to ask his permission. Oh, boy.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways.
Of course, Emmett.
We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
Really, Emmett?
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
I'm just gonna let it.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
The thing is, Emmett's not bad at the moment.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. behave yourself. Do you hear?
No, I'm just gonna dance around like a cat ugly.
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis?
Huh.
Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance.
I thought the ancients last for immortal, but apparently they do not? Huh. I was under the assumption they're immortal. They can't fucking die because they're pretty high ethereal. If not fucking not die, they have a very long lifespan, but... Huh. So that throws a whole weird thing on me. Unless it's because Zodiac and Island, they fucking just threw something on us that made us immortal. I know because of the Echo, but even before that, the whole catastrophe, I thought they actually had immortal lives because their freaking magics were so strong. Huh. Interesting.
In our finite time upon it, it is our duty to make it a better place. That all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return. or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Unfortunately, she ain't gonna live long because they said her ether is really light. Figure me, I'll make it up to you. I promise. Most of which I'm a chance to save the conviction, and yet. Don't mind us, my friend. He's kind of Matreon. I'm sorry, guy. I didn't mean. A log prep. Perhaps we can go for a walk. Everyone's fucking all dressing up. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. So she's emotional. Or empath. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You want to learn about Olympus and Hermes? Oh, I'll teach you. I can teach you. We could take turns. You tell me something, then you tell me something. Yeah, so, where to start? Oh yes, let's talk Memon. Should be near the 8th right. Why does that name sound familiar? I'm not gonna explain, but Memon is, so I have to explain that. The company, blah blah blah. Yes, yeah, we know this. Can she jump the wall? Okay, she did. Oh, what we have here. So you look like a person, your ether is quite thin. I'm assuming you're familiar like Mitron. Is there anything you need? This is Guy. Can you teach me about Olympus? Ah, Neil arrived familiar, is he? Very well. I should be glad to introduce a fair facility to him. As you know, it's mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation methods to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, hey, and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing is which conducted here at Olympus. Every candidate is subject to a rigorous study in which we identify their properties, surmise what habits they might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and our species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take a place in the world. Two of you, too, were created by the hope of making the star a better place, so heed your masters well and be good. Do you hear? We will, Memon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You get a turn. No, I get a turn. Where did you come from? I'm gonna go with this one. Cristaria? Never heard of it. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power. I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. Not one good. Not being watched. Not explaining my power. Okay. This bird. Oh, she brings life? Well, there's that, man. Oh, this creation is perfect, but I don't know. Remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try to read it. That's my power. Okay, get on with it. I can't read it, or maybe there's nothing to read. Wait, please wait. I'll try again with you this time. She's gonna feel. Greetings. Can you hear me? Yeah, like this is new. She did this to us before. This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. Is she the flower? I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind, rather. You're converting my emotions into words and intention. A process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, as for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings, even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. Is she our echo? As a consequence, I'm clumsy at speaking. Yet, though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic, they draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect of your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Can we get a head pat for her? Do you hear me? Good. Now it's my turn. So where are you good, I guess? How can we just put that jack of all trades? I'm a crafter, gatherer, and a fighter. I'll put that fighting. Oh, fighting. That must mean you're strong. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight, even when creations fight him. That Jupiter is staring at you. I think we might be bothering it. Let's keep going. We'll go see Uthred next. She's usually in a small building, one to the west narrow. Okay, that bird has to make a reference somewhere along the line. Because we keep seeing it while we're in the Tempest. And there were a few rare occasions not in the Tempest. Okay, you just came out of the building. Oh, wrong building. Freaking mini-map. Oh, it's in Metro. Let's see. So you brought a friend today. Greens are the, apple? Can you make me an apple? The kind Hermes lays cover a syrup. I wanted to share with Gillian. Oh, can you apple? Okay, you just took out the words out of my mouth. Hermes is serving partially up, but you know, you can't eat Metron. You're not weren't made to do so. Really? But I like it too. It may seem that way, but due to your ability to share others' feelings, you take an Hermes like it for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon. I promise. I'm sorry, guy. I wanted to show you my favorite thing, then I can ask about yours, but I failed. Oh, that's what you like? Yes, yes. I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. It makes you happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me. What the hell are you talking about? Well, we walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Should we go and see? Trying all the other ships, I want this one. I think it's but that ship that Charlian's doing. It's the only reason why we have the icon for Endwalker. It's like, okay, they have a fucking arc going to the fucking moon. He's far ahead in the storyline, so I'm a little behind right now. But when he's doing and talking about ships, he's like, I want this one. It's like, so we always have a long joke every time I'm making the ships or submarines. It's like, I need Coke. Because Coke is like the major function that make the base parts, and it's such a fucking pain in the ass. It's like, oh yeah, I need to make 4 parts for the for all the ships I need or subs. Okay, 2,000 Cokes later. I'm not fucking kidding. And mind you, Coke is like, I think 200 a pop for the Grand Companies. So 2,000 Cokes. That's a lot of Grand Company seals going. I mean, now he says, I think we're going to need more Coke than all of Colombia can offer. That's not that nice. Thanks, Simon. Sounds refreshing and constitutional, I hope. But, back already. Pity. A little longer than we would have snuck away without you. I love you too, Emma. There, I can see the fresh air has some maintenance to do. Kelly wanted to learn about you and lupus, so I told him about this place, about my power, and about your favorite food. I'm not sure if the last one will be any use, but I do appreciate your keeping Metron company. While you're away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to reconsider an invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with inspiration of your work, or inspection of your work. My apologies. It's been decided that Emma and Hydra will accompany me as I attend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you'd like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that he's no way associated with the common fiction. We simply chanced to meet at Populanium. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy his presence brings mentoring in. I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Galleon's kind. Really, truly. He told me as much as I had told him. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes. You're bound to learn lots and lots. Damn, it's like... It's held that all civil organizations should conduct their affairs with total transparency, and the convention is no exception. But it doesn't mean we're obliged to show our work to unknown entities such as you. Consider yourselves privileged and behave accordingly. Though I see new creations on a daily basis here, they look at them with a different eye. It'd be interesting to observe Hermes at work. This time we all go for a walk. Isn't it exciting? Lives apart. If anyone's ready, there's a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall report the spot where we found our wayward automata. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be unruly creatures below. Oh please, like Emmett has no fucking problem. Dude's like fucking Thanos, he can just snap his fingers, you're done. All vim and vigor now. When we were discussing his nomination, he was maniacally incarnate. Oh yes, Anthony imposed one of the newest species of ever popular buff butterfly. You still bother about your robe, don't be. The few specimens were repurposed won't be missed. So beautiful, Apollo to I hope they make it into the world. This here is a new species pulled we recently set loose. It's been doing very well, managing to maintain stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period at the end without issue, we shall release it onto the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It's the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you choose to have at will. No, it's manifests only in those beings who have formed a hero laws of creation. They can do it on their own. Beings that do not feel this requirement, such as those spontaneously born in magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. Just that said natural phenomena, does that consider with the fucking crisis we're at hand in some form? No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, it lacks a soul, then it's considered an arcane entity. So you see, it's not for mankind to decide that what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation. And it is a hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. My lag is not seem to be affected too much, so maybe I fixed my issue. But that's just fighting my breath right now. Oh god, we're going balls deep now. Oh boy, fucking mage. I should tell. I was like, dude, settle down. I'm not even there yet. We're meant to be observing Hermes, but instead we're stuck in the dimension. Well, I suppose she herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. Fascinating creation, much like yourself, little one. Renowned as Hermes for his flying life forms. 'Tis a rare privilege to be able to see one of his works in progress. Interesting, you're interesting too. Tell me, how did you find the Namasama? Oh, lightning sprites. Ah yes, Lemon film, just as the report said. Although we could destruct our beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thorough. Huh. In the course of the operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, the element is lightning, which draws the phenomena here to replenish their ether. There's mention as Beasley. Will you care to assist me instead and feed the phenomena? By using this lightning converter, you can harness the element lightning and focus it into a ball. Verbal feast for dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Okay, I didn't. Oh, it's a. Then that was a targeting thing. It's been a long time using a targeting range for items like that. Perfectly done, Gally. Look. See how they gather defeat, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the soul-defining kind of thinking, feeling creature. Nor is a silence and negation that do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity that has ephemeral or ephemeral life form, such as the Peloda, all seek to perpetuate their existence to survive. A good question. I can answer from a theoretical standpoint, but ultimately fails to the Burrow architect to pass judgment. Those with exceptional vision such as Hodos may be certain of her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that's all I need to know. Oh, you're finished already? I'm sorry. I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They miss nothing I know, and we shall have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we'll head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. Oh, okay. We have a new sector we can go through. Well, there is a thing. Hold up. I want to grab this ether card if I'm here. Alright, you little bastard. A new weather conditioner? Oh, okay. Ah, this fellow been the talk of the burrow. The combination of a carefree aspect and endless rows of fangs is extremely charming. Was there a guiding theme or a method of the madness that this random assortment featured? Stir up, but wherever it sneezed, Hermes went flying once. Yeah, I know. Like a boo.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
Why is this gonna go wrong? Oh, hello.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Again, that's being brought up.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Neteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. A more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
Fuck, so he did cause the calamity. He tapped in this Dynamis somehow, and it disrupted everything. I think that's where this is going. He started the fucking calamity. Even though he did it for science, and it was not a malicious intent, but he fucking disrupted it. I got a bad feeling he started it.
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So, are we the same? Entelecchies.
Oh shit, we're gonna be putting the question here. Wow, okay. I could be snappy against Emmett, but sure, I don't see why I couldn't be one. Well, I've been known to defend my limits with nothing but determination. If I'm thin, it's because Emmett's sick didn't do a proper job. I'm just gonna do this present my limits.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
Oh, thanks, Emmett.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
I was gonna say, we're gonna go 1.0 with this bitch, because someone's gonna die. Just as long as we have a freaking cat girl involved. Context to that, apparently on 1.0, Flemin got injured because of Gobul because they were parading at Ul'dah. I wasn't in Final Fantasy 14 at the time, but that's why I heard how Flemin lost her career as a dancer. Or a superstar, I should say. All appears to be well. Just gonna take one. As we are now, we're friends. And fitness. We gotta head back this one. There, before I heard of Demis or Entities, I only assumed the Eblis flower was submitted to the bureau before I joined. The greatest contribution. Demis appears to be in secret thought. Oh boy. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it, even if we knew. But it irks me to discover there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undoubtedly impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. So now we're going to call Celestial. Assuming you can persuade it to join, that is. I still can't understand this hesitation. We already know what he specializes in. He's heavily into creation. I'm curious what he joined. Oh, you wish to know why Emma Silk was chosen for convocation? I should be that distributed now. To begin, when... Not now. Not another word. At least we forgot we're learning about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. Yeah, it is, because I like to know about your past, too. I'll tell this town went away with some sensitive years. What now? If you would copy us, I suppose you should at least know that much. The Convocation of 14 is governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is bright in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which held by individuals chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be authority in a certain field or possess skills that facilitate the performance of their stupendous duties. The former category includes matron, special in aquatic life; Logareth, special in terrestrial life and husbandry? I hope that's what I think that means, but I'm just gonna research that. Okay, never mind. That's not what I thought it was. Well, sort of, but it's not. Just cultivation, pretty much. So, okay, Mitchell, I knew he had a quality life researching, but I didn't know about Logareth. She has life in cultivation? Huh. I didn't think she should. Well, the flowers and end of the universe, I guess. Honomoth specializes in fungal and plant life. Emerald specializes in medicine and healing. Okay. That's 4 of them. Library of Specialty Creation Magics, who brought forth phantom beings in the highest complexity. For the laboratory, there's Atama, Advocate of Arts; Igaram, Champion of Enlightenment and Rhetoric; Pastorot, Preserver of Discipline and Order. So, at the moment, where is Altima and Pastorot? Because they were shown at the end of Realm Reborn. They were fucking told about. Emmett Cell, Keeper of Ethereal Realm, or Underworld in the vernacular. Fandaniel, Pursuer of Extant Phenomena. It seems fitting how his true name was Hades. And as the traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What, should I be really so detailed to you? Don't be silly. Your show knows as much, and you would do well to remember it all. I think Harmoth died because of trying to get Eureka. I think he was one of them that died. But Altma and Pestarot... It's funny you did not mention Elibus. Let's go back. I'm not repeating by here. Mitron, Lograth, Harmarot, which I think he's from Eureka, who died. Emeroth, I think there's something else he died. That's 4. Labria, 5. Altma, Igarom, Pasharot, Emmett, and Fandaniel. We got 10. Who's the other 4 besides Elizabeth? And and now Zam too. So no, we still missing 2. Yeah, we're missing 2. He did not mention them. Of course, Helios is not part of the thing. I don't know, whatever. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected and imposed to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say I won't be alone as it's released into the world. Another creation, however, reported isn't faring so well. The char boasts this. That's what we should tend to next. If you will follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main aisle and head north. Trevor says, I hope it's not for him, just saying. I don't feel like I'm having too much of an issue. That's my packets. Oh, wow! Okay, that's a lot better than it was before I'm receiving and sending. Why does everyone have those? No, that's not people. A serpentine bird or a winged snake? There's a slight difference in etheric balance between these traverses, but this may assume they are the original creations, but they're offspring. Ah! Oh, forgive me. I thought another member of the convocation had come. This turned to be an eventful day. Why is this one blue and shiny? Because I don't want to fuck with it. I understand there's a problem with one of the traverses. Yes, that's right. Oh, he doesn't look too great. As you know, the traverse is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments in its feed to wind, it's capable of flight. Specimens created from the concept could fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. The third generation creature was born with etheric balance leaning strongly towards water. The aquatic origin asserted itself, it would seem. The result being its feeding the wind is diminished and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. It's because you had cousins, pretty much. For such change to manifest in so few drivers, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning toward water, the Trebus would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it's too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it might simply have developed a fear. I should transform and fly with it, helping it manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You need to go such lengths? You don't know? Well, of course not. Transformation is the art which manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any provisional form, and thereby transcends limits to one's flesh. Like the Echo. Yet, convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered villainous in the extreme, as Makoto and seemingly as writing about rogueless and shameful. Am I just saying you make a habit of this? No, nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance. We owe it to them to do all in our power. Be as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution, Hamlet said. May I try to move that Travis away from his fellows somewhat house-like? Meanwhile, I'd like to rest you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I will not spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Harvey has committed indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind. Okay. So, such better when we consistently begin now, but we shall defer to the chief overseer. We must help the tribes to fly, or else they will all die. Paradise is the main idea. I wonder what he has thought this time. Emissaries outside? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a short continuous, really. We have emissary trained to travel. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can really see ether currents. And with his adaptive spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you describe, it's not his duty. I'm loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Kelly, I want you to go to Evan to tell him that you have a favor to ask. He'll be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you must be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflankingly persistent. I'll forgive now. Good luck. But the chat must say, I have a favor to ask. Oh, God. You know, I haven't done much Legend Roulette today, and there's a reason why I don't want to. Shit. I'm 86. Okay. Not yet. The moment I hit 87, trial number 2 is going to start. Okay, now I gotta say. I don't know how to type. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. Ugh, I don't know if Hadass is up to, but I would not be made to know. I refuse. If Hadass is to behave, Relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-weary Evan Silk. With the chat mode, use your keyboard, please. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I still got fucking.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emet-Selch. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I thank you to remember this favor, and let it be the last.
Oh! That's our Shadowbreaker mount.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
This is gonna be hilarious.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether.
Huh.
But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even. Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so.
So when they say transform, I'm assuming it's their alternate form, like how Emmett Silk went into Hades mode. And I'm assuming Hermes will be some fucking weird flying god, because, you know, that's Hermes, come on.
What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it?
Oh, you sound familiar.
Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree.
Definitely.
If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow. His antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end, but much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine hereon. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
It's interesting. I know better. I say Emerson is enjoying himself. Not that he ever delight in a minute. Definitely. Look how Travis flies. It's flying, it's really flying. If it were born to Zuza, thank God. Actually, I don't think I have the wave emote ready. Purchases red right now, select notices and begin to send them with the show bosses. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Traverses have learned to fly. Again, I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. Creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I thought you would need to repeat the lesson. It was really impressive. I witnessed it all from far. The Traverses flies. We still gotta kill it. What? Indeed, with this, we're proving that any creature with skill or etheric balance is capable of flying. Though we help to achieve this, Traverses is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I'll be to continue observing them. Is that right? If that's what you want. But if I might say so, rather than hoping that this could possibly come to pass, would it be nice to have the concept adjusted? That way we can guarantee that anomalies such as a specimen never born in the first place. That's what makes it unique. These creatures are already here. We spare no effort in giving them any chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Hermes. I'm fine, don't worry. Well, that concludes all my present tasks. Let's return to our gases for now. If you haven't noticed, this is so opposite contrast how Fandano was. He wanted death. He doesn't like death. It's fucking weird how he's... I have a bipolar moment. He's like, one minute he's fine, and the next he's fucking flipped out. And like Elizabeth says, his latest reincarnation, or incarnation, he kind of lost his mind. All the creations are happy. That makes me happy too. I think seeing what I do was everything you said. Expecting. Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed myself at that end most of all. What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help you, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely choose the most expedient way to have done with payment of our business. Emmett. Shame. Carter, leave me be. Okay. Ether to ether. Totally going. And of course I watch me. Have you learned about him? Nothing so far, but hopefully it will change. That seems promising. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but I don't think I've found it yet. Damn, as you say, curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what for fortune to find you here? Something the matter? Yeah, like you, I'm afraid it's done it again. Considering we did release one for observation and set upon the nearby Okapis, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry or somehow provoked? It just fitted that myself and the Okas were keeping on wet berth. It's the nature of the Loka that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperamental side, its outstanding creation, perfecting form and function. Though it might be not suited for release, no doubt that the Bureau will accept this concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Doris will have worked out all at once. The paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just on the path of the 12 wonders. Why does it keep calling 12? 12's wood? As you make your way, you should see it to the left. I don't know if Doris is still there, however. Anyways, wait! So what creature is this? If this is part of his work, then I was there. We follow. I want to say behemoth, but I could be wrong. Ooh, I unlocked a ether current quest. Wow, that's a slaughter. First one piece is like, where is it now? Alcatraz is no easy prey with his hooves and harness designed to be forming on land. Yet they didn't stand a chance against something like him. Lacerations and burns are inexplicable. Lacerations and burns! Alcatraz is indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doris might have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12's wonder. Well, I should go and seek him out there. And with Silk and I will search the area for good measure. Just make sure that Lycan did not escape. Alright, thanks. Let us meet at the 12's wonders when you're finished. Oh, go ahead. Please follow the galleon. Alright, come. This is down the path over the bridge. Okay, never mind. Local is no easy prey. Okay. Yeah. So I know it's my last video, not previous. Yeah, no, it was my tank roll mission. For some reason, YouTube has claimed as a copyright. I don't know how they did that because at the moment I have it on unlisted status, and somehow they claim it as a copyright claim. Don't know how that is. There it is, the 12 Wonders. Henry's looking for Doris. Let's look for Doris too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I know him when I see him. Yep. Well, like I said, for some reason I got copyright claimed. I assume you're Aaron for Emirates. What can I do for you? Sorry, wrong person. We're looking for Doris. I say, we do have signal here, so people don't mistake us far. I hope you find him soon. Okay, it's a man. Wait, that's a man? Okay, never mind. Come on, let's fight Doris. He's a man with a long blonde hair, I think. Doris, that's Doris. Oh no, it's a mission. What brings me here? Oh, I thought I heard familiar voices. Didn't realize you two had decided to help search Aderos. Thank you. Didn't you just kind of told us that? You're in charge of Lacroses, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields living restraints, frenzied as they were. I couldn't well return them their kisses. Once I submitted my report, I will see them to be heard without delay. It is as he says, the bees are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need to concern yourselves, as you were. We have the news that Electro slaughter upwards as the observer in charge are the opinion that they are not fit to be released. I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes up for a highly problematic combination. Matters not that where they are released, Nicholas would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be the specimens observed or outliner? Highly unlikely, we have created a good many of them, all exhibit the same tendencies. And then when we use Carriers to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Carriers? A memory reconfiguration system the chief himself created. It allows us to erase or alter memories that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Xenos. Quite impressive and potentially dangerous, depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions. Petro may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memory is an intrusive act, and I deeply her, but it's still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief. Let's not be melodramatic. What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions may concern you, but we must not lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the aid of carriers, we will remake it. And if a creation is deemed its eternal existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the great good, not a question of necessity of such routine process. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat onto the world. Yet, insufficient though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the likeness have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these things to exhaust all options, and ensure that nothing has been overlooked. It's gotta be a behemoth. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we'll take it from there. Would it be possible to attend that discussion that Emmett Selleck would carry out his duties? By all means. Raise your into the meeting room. Damn, she's upset. They're really harping on this fucking he hates death. We have to do it to start, this I know, but it doesn't mean we also have the responsibility of lives bring in existence here. To man, other beings are just things to be used and controlled like magic. This is what Herbie's told me once. I fear this discussion might take a while, which time. Richard, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Callian. Though I impose, may I leave entry into your care again? I'm here to, if you excuse me. Can you help me with something, Alien? The meeting will make Herbie sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most, of all creations in Elvis, Most creatures are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong, better in some way. The flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search one. I want you to search with me. Let's start out with Will's Wonders. Yes, yes. Why do you guys explain that every fucking time? I try to see at the really? Okay, whatever. I thought you got stuck behind a wall or something. Purple flowers bigger than your hands can adorn a tree. Ooh, so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. Ugh, I want to crack my freaking ankles. Tall, slender tree rises before you. Crack your neck to look at the flowers. No flowers. If these are apples, we could cover up in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. At least they make these accompanying situations a little bit better. Red and beautiful flowers grow in the bed. Their mix of colors forming a pattern. Usually better for Hermes, but they are hesitant. That means we shouldn't touch them. Either under observation or poisonous. Any place would be fine though. Let's keep looking. Guess that was a special mission. Still on a tall, thin-stalked, oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing its delusions. Oh, Canadian, a flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking at it, shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But they're good, Galleon. At spawning flowers. We'll find something soon. Ugh, fucking A. Junction? Despite nothing promising nearby, I bet it's common looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing right there? Ah, over there, guys. Something big and huge. Oh my. Just hang on, animal. Terrible stench as I saw old boots permeate air. Without doubt, a cobra is a mobile-like creature before you. It's an oddness. The things around his mouth looks like petals, but the flowers are orbs on his head. When everyone suspected it swallowed him up, he didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Alan? Would he like it? Probably not the good sort of memory. Not this one either. Finding a good flower is harder than I thought. I'm sorry, but we could research a little more. Maybe as far as the fields over there. Pick something after that, I promise. Of course, I'm gonna have to fight that damn bird. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Nope, gotta fight it. Okay, there's a hiccup right there. Oh, I just took a lot of damage. Wow, that was a lot of fucking damage in a short amount of time. And I did hiccup a little bit on my attacks. Lush green fields stretch before you, but anywhere the sky begins. Oh, there's nothing. There's a shiny thing over there. What could it be? Obviously, we're gonna get these flowers. Ellipsis flowers. They're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're edgies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn black. That's mine for Hermes though. For others, they're always white and bright. Interesting. Truly, the flower was dark in your home? Then do you have it too? A dark emotion? That's pretty much straightforward there. I see. Hermes is known the same. The feeling that part of you is gone again and again, but no one notices. Please God, why don't you lend it to me, your pain and sorrow? Why don't you make the flower dark in front of Hermes? He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know how that he isn't there alone. The others are sad too. Truly, you'll do it? Thank you, Galen. Thank you. It means more than me I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go and fetch him. So I'm still having my irritations. Seems like I'm still talking. Let's wait until they finish.
Hermes!
Oh, damn.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
Oh, yeah.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you. May we talk a moment? I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Nor to miss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. Owen asked what you thought as he kneeled beside the Elpis, or if he only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Oh, I can tell you all about suffering. Yeah, I'm not Dark Knight, but I can tell you what, let's not be Batman.
Indeed. Difficult though it may be, I must endeavor to be strong like you. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of Dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long.
Hint for expansion?
And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let us head back.
All right.
said something. What she sensed. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the camera. I'm gonna rest on the couch. So, turn off the camera. Ugh. Sit down in a chair is not helping me much. And lately my legs are cramped for some reason. Alrighty. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. We unlocked another ether quest here. That's good. I'm glad Hermes saw the flowers. Thank you, Galleon. It will help, I hope. Today will be a difficult for him. Prodigal familiar returns, and after causing all the manner of trouble while we were in a meeting, I'm sure. Able to get some rest? Please do not hesitate. Let us know if you're feeling tired, or where we might exhaust your scarce reserves of ether. We're executive execution. An all too brief interlude, perhaps, but it's time that I attend to my next task. As Emma Silligan and others are aware, we reached our verdict regarding the fate of the Lycanus. 7 were created in observation. And all 7 must be unmade. Theros has followed the correct protocols, and as chief overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Lycanus will disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. Intend the petition of the Bureau Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hardos has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lycons have served their purpose. Theros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join forward as my duty to witness the conclusion to the study. If you're resolved, then we have but to accompany you. I'm very curious of their behemoths. Of course, let's both off and make return to the main island. Like, seriously. Are they behemoths? No, guess we're not gonna go. Guess that sounds like behemoths. Lacerations, which they got gored, and burnt marks, which they got probably singed. And they sound aggressive as fuck, and they don't want to eat. Because they got territorial. Oh! Oh! They're figures. Theros, are you her? What happened? That caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4, the other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 have taken to above the 12's wonders. The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You can go and handle that one. The pair in the sky, you can leave it to me. If this what must end, so be it. I'll render assistance to MSEC. I need it though it is. I'm trying to stay here with Theros. By Hermes! The Legos must be reverted if I will spare you their pain and mine. This is my burden, not yours. If you're intent on helping, then please follow my lead. Never mind my wounds, they are easily healed. It's the Legos which concern me. Stay with me, Hermes. Gallant. We need someone when the time comes. I've seen a floating fucking thing. Appreciate your help and let me listen. There is our quarry within striking distance at present, but it feels threatened. It may flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You approach it slowly in a few view and draw the Lycan's attention. Now, I warn you, its ability is as fury as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not, for my measure, you're more than equal to the task. Withstand an onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch on unawares. Ready? Now let's begin. Still having issues. Or is it because I'm in the rain? Nope. This is fucking weird. I can access my pet abilities, but I can't access my actions. Person probably wondering what the fuck am I doing? Oh Jesus Christ, are you serious? Come on. What the fuck? Come on! God fucking damn it!